Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Finally managed to get my tech Buuhan up to level 10 links for big bad bosses. So now I'm going to give them a go against some difficult content in Dokkan, being Memorable Battles Super JANMEBA. Have brought Super Easy A full power Freezer with me, just because he is going to have a ton of damage reduction sitting in slot 1. Kind of needed another slot 1 unit for this team. The friend one does have one dupe, 375k defense. Of course, we are going to get that 50% attack and defense on super, along with the 58% in the passive when attacking, and also him having guard. Now, Buuhan not having the 50% chance to dodge until turn 6 right now, especially with us not having the domain up, is a little bit techie. We have got the super attack early on, no attacks just yet, so that's the weakest it's going to be. We still took 461k, which is crazy. But at least we have to wait until turn 5 for his damage reduction to start dropping. Now, I know it's a bit risky to bring him because he does start to lose it. But I feel like there isn't too many units that can go on this team that could tank a slot 1 super from JANMEBA too well. So while 461k is a lot of HP or a lot of damage to take, or a lot of HP to use, it's still a lot better than what could have happened. And we do have healers on this team. We do have Boo units, so there is some healing. I'm a little bit concerned about Fat Boo, but stacking, guard, revival, good active skill kind of had to happen. However, we're almost dead already. That's with guard as well. I mean, we have the revival ready to go already. So I think I'm going to try get it. Actually, I don't need to try get it because we can do this, which that is a must. Getting at least one Buuhan transformed straight away is a must. Probably should have rotated the friend one off and then had him on floating. That way he could link up with my one, or essentially being slot 2. But it is what it is. And then I think I'm going to leave it like this. So 256, I do believe that pre-domain, pre-transformation, I do believe that with just guard, a super attack would probably kill Buuhan. Even with guard, even after he super attacks and raises attack and defense, gets the extra attack and defense in his passive, I do believe he would still die, just because his defense isn't enough, especially at 55%, with just guard, to be able to tank a super attack from JANMEBA. It's just too strong. And especially later on in the rotation, after you've attacked him, which Buuhan, before using the domain, is going to be in slot 2 or slot 3. So JANMEBA is going to build that attack up. So I feel like Buuhan specifically will definitely die. Maybe with like 2 dupes to Rainbow, he'd be a bit better, especially with like more chances of additional, more defense. Along with that guard, he'll be fine. Normals, he'll be fine. Super attack though, even with the guard, even with the extra defense, I do think he'll be dead, especially at 55%. I feel like he would take a bit too much damage, just because he doesn't have enough stats defensively to be able to tank a super attack from JANMEBA like that. That's exactly what I wanted. That turn literally played out perfect. But then he just doesn't have enough defensively. And especially, as I said, with Buuhan being in slot 2 or slot 3 and super attacking and giving JANMEBA even more of an attack buff, and then him doing more damage. As Super Boo, while the domain's up, he's good. He should be good. 70% damage reduction. Yes, we did super attack first, but I mean, we don't actually gain any defense once the domain is up when he supers. So there is that. The only downside about needing to use Buuhan's domain here, because you need to use it. You need to use it. It gives you more chances of him surviving, especially that 70% damage reduction, and you do more damage, is he also buffs JANMEBA. So JANMEBA's also doing even more damage, which is, I'm not going to lie, a bit scary. Do I risk my JANMEBA being in slot 1? I think I'm going to risk JANMEBA being in slot 1. Because he has build up, where he needs to build up. Then he has guard, dodge. While Freezer does have a lot of damage reduction, JANMEBA just has a lot more at his disposal, and he's also not going to lose it either. I know Freezer hasn't started losing it, And I know we're guaranteed to survive if he supers, but just JANMEBA has the possibility of dodging, which means we don't get hit by a super attack whatsoever. So I think I'd rather take the risk. Cool, we're getting hit by normals. We're good. As long as there's no super attack in slot 3, we're good. Because remember, enemy JANMEBA is doing more damage. Because we have the domain up. Okay, Freezer's popping off big time. But because we do have the domain up, enemy JANMEBA is doing more damage, which means Buuhan won't survive. Unless this guy's Buuhan has some dodging and we get lucky, we're dead. Cool. That was a very good turn. The exchange, that's good. 70% damage reduction and a 50% chance to dodge. Okay, we can get a Buu Tanks transformed. What's his defense? 542. I mean, I think the best bet is probably this. Or maybe this. But probably this. Actually, maybe this. With the domain up, Evil Buu currently has 320k defense, dodge, and that the same amount of damage reduction as the Super Buu. But then as I said, we get no extra defense from super attacking, so maybe we just do this. And I also kind of want to see how we tank. So 6 keys fizz, which is good. Give these to you. No super attacks in slot 3, so Buu Tanks can stack up again, which I'll take. Last turn of the domain with my Buu. So hopefully we can get some crits, maximize the amount of damage we're doing. Good thing we got 6 keys fizz as well to get all those additionals. 14.8. Come on, hit a crit. Come on, hit a crit. Do some damage, like some mean amounts of damage. Crit him. That's not a crit. You have an extra chance on a 16.3 million super attack as well. Crit him. Please. There we go. Big 9.3. Okay, how much is this going to do? Remember, no extra defense on super attack. He's been hit about, what, 3 times? 8-2-1. He still died. Okay, I feel like why we took so much damage is definitely a part to play with us not having big bad bosses active. That 25% attack and defense we're missing, I definitely feel like is one of the reasons why. Fat Buu's actives popped, which means we basically have a free turn to chill out. So I could pop this or I could leave it, which I don't think it really matters, but I think I'm going to pop it just so we can start doing some damage, like more damage. But I definitely feel like another reason for why we died there is mainly because we're at 55%. Not only is mine at 55%, but then as I said, he is also at free dupe. He's at 55%, and because we don't have big bad bosses. So I feel like those are probably the 2 factors of why we took so much damage. And also we hit JANMEBA a few times. I feel like maybe if that was in slot 1 with, say, big bad bosses active, I feel like maybe we would have survived there. I feel like Super Buu would have been fine. But because we hit him, what, 3-4 times? He built up his attack. The domain's active, so JANMEBA's doing more damage anyway. However, we kind of need the domain active anyway. So it's a double-edged sword, but it is what it is. JANMEBA gets stronger because of our domain, but we kind of need to use the domain so we can do more damage, and then Buuhan can transform and have his damage reduction and buff stats. So again, catch 22 right there. But I definitely feel like it's because we didn't have big bad bosses, which I'm not going to lie, a lot of the Buu units lack. Aside from Buu Tanks when he transforms, this team lacks big bad bosses on a lot of units. That's kind of why I bought JANMEBA and also kind of a slot 1 unit. Same with Freezer, big bad bosses, slot 1 unit. But then you need certain units to be able to use his domain. So again, catch 22 right now. Okay, we have JANMEBA's rage mode, which I think I might just use it. Why not? Why not? We're not going to be super attacked. Our domain's up. Sure, he's not getting the full boost, but the domain's up. He's in rage mode. We have a free turn of just doing damage that is buffed. So, why not? And he's doing good damage as well. Again, one of the only few units in the entire game, just like Super Easy A Tech Beerus, that has a rage mode or a giant form that actually does good damage. So, we might as well make the most of it. We might as well make the most of it. Especially to drop the enemy JANMEBA's health down a bit more. Because we're getting there. He's almost dead. Which, I'm definitely seeing why Buuhan is considered like #1 in the game. But as I said, definitely a factor here. I'm not gonna take off any points. I'm not gonna drop him down anymore or a whole bunch because he died to that super attack. As I said, there is only literally a handful. Okay, Frieza started to lose his damage reduction, so I think I'm gonna do either this or this. I mean, Friend 1 has Big Bad Bosses active with 441k right now. I personally still don't believe that's enough, but regardless, we move. Kind of just trying to get Frieza out of the way now. Which I know is a risk not putting him in slot 1 because that's where he has his full damage reduction, but I kind of just, as I want him out of the way. 22 mil from JANMEBA. JANMEBA's currently like a secret MVP right now of how good he's been. But I'm not going to knock off any points or drop Buuhan down anything. I do still believe he's #1 in the game. I said only a handful of units in this game are essentially fine against JANMEBA. Pretty much almost every other unit in Dokkan right now isn't really safe when you face JANMEBA. So I'm not going to knock him for it. As I said, a lot of units face this issue with him. And I definitely, as I said, think Big Bad Bosses and the fact mine is only at 55% is definitely a part to play. But because he offers so much from the domain, yes, it's a bit of a double-edged sword because he does buff JANMEBA. But because of the domain for everyone else, the team he can run, the units he can bring, the damage he can do as Buu, and given the circumstance, can survive a super attack while the domain is up, while he's Super Buu, I am definitely seeing why he is #1 in the game, even at 55%. Definitely one of my more comfortable runs, and I do definitely put it down to TEQ Buuhan. As I said, I do feel like mine not having any dupes, and specifically for that turn alone, not having Big Bad Bosses definitely had a part to play, but definitely more so the dupes. But that doesn't mean he's any less or definitely not top 1 TUR in the game, or essentially #1 in the whole game, should I say. Still very, very good. And definitely one of my more comfortable runs, I would definitely say. Didn't have to retry it 9 million times. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could actually get myself a dupe. If I do a couple more summons, not only could I potentially pull one, but then I could also get the coins and guarantee myself a dupe in him. Which I'm not going to lie, with how much I like this unit, it's definitely something I'm tempted to do. But the anniversary is literally on the horizon. It's coming in like a month and a half time. So, need to be careful with saving stones. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments on TEQ Buuhan. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. And peace.